Hi Virgo, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel, Sun, Moon, Star, Free Tarot. This reading is for the month of February and it is for your Sun, Moon, Rising and your Venus signs. And if you're unsure what yours are, you can check up your free astrology birth chart online. So basically, I'm just going to get straight into your channeled messages. And sorry, I'm just trying to put my sage stick down there. So I've saged and smudged your energy. I had already done so before, and before I'd pulled your animal spirit cards when I was doing your meditation, and it was that smoky in here that when I opened the door, my smoke alarm went off. So, and it's a pretty big one, so you can imagine the amount of smoke that was coming off it. So I just let it a wee tiny bit there before I started your reading so that it wasn't too smoky. But so basically what I was getting in your meditation, I was seeing like, it was like the shadow. I could see like the shadow of a person, but the person was the shadow. And it was like, I could see like them, like my guide showing me like a vortex of energy swirling around them, like energy like swirling that way, but energy also swirling that way. It was like they were showing me that the person was doing something to their energy or something. I don't even know, to be honest with you. Maybe just getting myself into the right frame of mind probably. And then the next thing I seen was this same shadow energy walk onto a stage. And when they walked onto a stage, they done that with their hands, and like the crowd erupted basically and started clapping and cheering and whatever. So I don't know if maybe you're trying to get someone's attention or you're applauding someone or someone's doing this to you, but that's what I got in that. And then I like to pull the animal spirit cards just so that I can like meditate on just the energy that I get from the card that jumps out for you, and obviously the bottom of the deck, because that's like your shadow card. So the jumping card that you got, Virgo, was the whale. So this is water. The whale stands for like really old. I'm feeling, and with these two cards, this is the feeling that I'm getting. You've got really old. No, like not old, like ancient, like from childhood basically. I'm feeling you've got old emotional wounding, a lot of wounding where it needs purified, and it needs the vulture to step in, and it needs to clean up basically all this old pain basically. It's like old pain and suffering from childhood I'm hearing, and it's like the vulture is coming in so that it can bring you out of the darkness and up towards the light. But also the vulture is air and the whale is water. Air stands for your thoughts and water is your emotions. So I'm feeling like this isn't just like emotional pain. This emotional pain is mental pain too now. Like it's emotional and mental. It's emotional and mental suffering that you've been going through, and it needs to be purified now. So the reason why the vulture steps in to purify is because the pain and suffering that you're repressing and keeping it down like deep inside you, it's basically eventually like disease starts, and now like disease is basically dis-ease. It's like your inner body, your inner emotions, and is making your inner thoughts as well also feel at dis-ease, because obviously it's not feeling comfortable with repressing these emotions. These need to come out to the surface. They need purified with the vulture, and I feel like that's where the progress is going to come from. Maybe that would be like your angels and your spirit guides applauding you for having the courage to face your shadow, to stop repressing, to bring the emotions up. I mean, your earth, but it's both emotion, it's both water and air it's come out, so that's emotions and thoughts, even though you're earth. So maybe you should ground yourself, you should start journaling and things like that. Try and get these thoughts, feelings and things up from deep inside you and try and release them. Even just like journal with NewLife and just try and like meditate and not watching what you're writing, just write and see what comes out basically. Sometimes before you know it, you're writing things that you didn't even really realise until you read it back. So there we go. So these are the ones I was about to do last. I don't know why they're there. Angels and spirit guides. Then we have a card, a Queen of the Moon Oracle card for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. What did I just say there? Sorry, I'm just seeing if you can see my card from where I'm sitting. So, you've got growth, and what did I just say about this is water and this is air? And what did I just say about you? Now, like grounding yourself, grounding your energy. It's saying that you have to ground your energy deep in the earth. And look, can you see this here? Right there, there, the wee clock. It's because I was looking in the camera there. It was, my finger was away over there. But can you see that wee clock there dangling from her arm? But her arm always speaks to me as if she's saying I've got superpower now. Like I'm not as vulnerable as I look. I'm strong. I'm sturdy. Now I'm grounded deep in the earth now, let alone this boulder, this world. And it's like the nest underneath. It's like growth. But you need to go back to like the nest. The nest is like where you were born, like your childhood. You need to go back to here. But this time it's saying this is took time for you to get here. This has been a long time now, like through conflicts and change. You've probably been going through a lot of changes in your life, maybe a lot of conflicts, a lot of loss, and these kind of feeling like things. So there we go. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. I think I need to lower my tripod so that I can see it when I'm sitting down better. So you've got resistance to this. You're holding on for dear life and not wanting these pains and emotional pain and suffering that has happened a long time ago in your life, and you've held on to them. We resist letting go, now we resist surrendering it. But it's like it's time for you to now, like it's time for you to find through your personal growth like this here. It's time for you to go inside, now look inside and stop the struggle and the blocking yourself, I'm feeling. Put that here. Look at that. Oh my god, look at that. No place like home. Card number 50, so we bring that down to a single digit, but card 5 again. So I'm feeling like no place like home. It's like no place like home is, and with the 5 and this being 5, it's like there was a lot of conflict and struggle and loss and a lot of uncertainty, maybe in childhood, maybe, and sometimes like 5 can speak about a need for meditation and spirituality in your life maybe. So I hope that helps someone out there. It's pretty deep. But I feel like that must have been like your angels applauding you for facing your shadow. That's why I've seen a shadow in it. That's why it's been a shadow, because you were facing your shadow self, I'm feeling. I love how like spirit connects with me. It's so much like that. Here I'm going to do a wee cut the deck so that I can get a jumping card out. They don't seem to be wanting to come out for you. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please show me clearly Virgo's energy. Please show me clearly Virgo's energy. Angels and spirit guides. So you've got breathe at the bottom of the deck, so maybe this will be good for you to meditate and breathe. And I just said meditate, I know. So meditation and breathing techniques I feel will help you bring these repressed emotions basically like up from like really deep down inside you, and it will help you bring them up and find your inner peace and calm. But the breathing techniques will help now, like with the resistance of like not letting go. Angels and spirit guides, can I have a card for Virgo please? Exchanging gifts. So it's like, I feel like with me seeing your angels, look at the bottom of the deck actually, NewLife. So like, it's like your angels are saying, if you can face your shadow and you can go down deep, bring these repressed emotions up, let them purify with the vulture spirit, and let it lift that dis-ease away from you, that disease. It's like, if you don't do this, it will cause disease within your body, within your mental mind. Now you may start suffering with physical like problems as well in your body. So they're saying, go down deep, meditate, bring them up, get yourself grounded, face your shadow. Now like, breathe through your meditations to release the resistance. When you do this, your angels are applauding you for facing your shadow, and they will exchange gifts with you. For you facing your shadow, they will like basically, this is their gift to you. The gift is like this new life that you're going to be experiencing. Sorry I couldn't get that out there. So maybe that's symbolising that it's going to be really hard for you to get your words out, even to yourself, inside yourself. So journaling may be a good thing. So in return for you facing your shadow, I feel like your angels and your spirit guides, now the gift that they'll give you is a new life for you facing your shadow, for you doing all that hard work basically. 27, at 7 add 2 is 9. 9 is the Hermit, which is yourself Virgo, which is saying it's time for you to retreat, it's time for you to go inwards. So it is. At the bottom of the deck you've got victim here. So don't be a victim of your own like circumstances. Now don't play things over and over and over in your head where you're victimising yourself because in the past not very nice things has happened to you basically. It's like stand up to not being a victim by facing your shadow eventually. Now, and I speak through experience, now that's the way. You've got despondence. It's like Spirit's wanting you to just put your hands up in the air saying, oh, I've had enough, I do need to like get rid of this feeling, I don't want to live the rest of my life like this. And like, you've got impatience. It's like your spirit guides are getting impatient. They're wanting you to like say, right, I've had enough, and do the shadow work. You might be feeling impatient about something as well. You might be feeling impatient maybe about the growth of your own life. Right there, what ones are we going for? At the bottom of the deck you've got the Knight of Cups here. So the Knight of Cups, that's funny that, isn't it? Because the Knight of Cups is water, and you've got the Whale up here, and the Knight of Cups is quite, I could imagine him journaling and being like putting his life story down on paper, like poetic in a way. Now like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, like story, but it's not that kind of story. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like poetic and artistic. Maybe you've got a wee artistic flair. So you've got the Three of Wands, for your situation, basically. I'm going to move these cards out of the way, sorry, so that I can find some space. So you've got the Three of Wands as like the energy or the situation that you're sitting in now, Virgo. The Three of Wands, it's like you're looking out. Can you see that here? It's like you're looking out there, and I feel like you're looking out towards a person that maybe you're wanting to reach out to, because the Three of Cups in the reverse can speak about like being like apart from someone now, like, but you want to maybe get back in like communication with them. You want to get a reunion, but if it was upright it would be, but it's not, it's in reversed. So you might be feeling a bit left out and like wanting to like basically try and see if there's any ships or any like direction that you feel like a person would be coming towards you, maybe, or yourself. Or it could be an opportunity, it could be work, it could be anything, basically. So what is surrounding Virgo's energy? I was just about to say Gemini there. What's surrounding Virgo's energy? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Show me clearly what's surrounding Virgo's energy. So what's surrounding your energy is the Emperor in the reverse. This is like you not releasing this resistance that you've got here. That's this. You've got a resistance, basically, maybe to look back to the past. The Three of Wands talks about looking out. Instead of looking out to see what's coming towards you, I feel like you need to look back into the past. This Emperor's got a resistance to do that. So he has. So that really speaks volumes. It's like you're being stubborn and trying to be in control, and it's stopping you from having this new beginning, basically. This is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. It's stopping you from having a new beginning, so you need to release this resistance. You need to get out of your way. It's like, stop being so stubborn with the Emperor, and it's time for you to do shadow work, basically. So what blocks Virgo? What blocks Virgo is you're now like clearly making a choice here with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. You're clearly, because Seven of Cups upright can talk about like not knowing what to do now, like procrastinating, trying to stop procrastinating, wishful thinking, a bit of a delusion, now like a dream world, like, oh, but in the reverse, it's like reality check. Reality check is that you're not wanting to put the work in to do your shadow work, they're saying, and you're being in the Seven of Swords, so that's two sevens together, so it is. So basically, that's your internal fears now, like inside your head and inside your mind, basically stopping you from doing like the shadow work and looking back into your past. And it's basically really your fears would make it a million times worse than what actually facing your shadow might actually be. What is hindering you from doing this is like, basically the Five of Pentacles is like remembering how much it felt, how sore it felt, basically how much the hardship and the struggle was for you. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense to some people out here, because this is a very strong message for someone. And what you're aware of on the top of the deck is that you're really needing self-love. You need to give yourself self-love, they're saying. So that's what blocks you. That's your surrounding energy, and this is now your situation. So I'm going to see what was in your recent past. What was in Virgo's recent past? Too many cards there, sorry. Angels and spirit guides. There was Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck there, upright. So in your recent past, basically you could be grieving someone. The Five of Cups is like, can really speak about grieving. grievance, suffering, sadness now, loss, you've had a big loss in somewhere, but there's a need for you to see the positive in the situation, basically. So there you go, that's a good sign. That's you getting out of that Nine of Swords in your head, but only because the universe may have forced you. Because the Tower in the reverse, when the Tower comes out in the reverse, it's the universe's way of forcing you, basically, to face yourself. So I feel like maybe just like in the recent past, Virgo, maybe you began to like try and face your shadow self. I mean, everybody's got a shadow self. I'm not like thinking bad by yous personally. Every single person that comes to Earth, we've all got shadow selves. Now everyone has got their good side and their bad side. It's like you've took the lead in a way, and it's like with this line here, it's like you're trying to summon up the courage to face yourself. You're standing facing you, do you know what I mean? And the King of Wands, he's very, now, what do you call that? He's like a leader. He goes in and, but I feel like when he does something, he does it right. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you're doing it right. You're in the desert, it's like, behind him it's the desert here. It's like, I don't know, it's just like, I just feel like you know that you need to do it, basically. It's in the dry desert, it's like, it's time for you to, I don't know, face yourself, basically. So what is in the Virgo's present energies, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So the King of Swords is in your present energies, Virgo. The King of Swords, basically, in your present energies is I kind of feel like you might be a bit, either you are doing this or you're like this, and there's someone who's doing this to you. So in your present, the now Virgo, I feel like someone's been a bit cold with you, maybe being a bit calculating, a bit controlling, a bit irrational maybe you're in an irrational mind. It could be to do with either with yourself and giving yourself self-love, or it could be in relation to living somewhere. Like you're trying to find balance, and I feel like this is you trying to find balance, and I feel like maybe the Three of Cups in the reverse, it's like a feeling like you need to make amends, but like it's not to anyone else, it's like to yourself now, like make amends for like the time that you've lost in your life. And I feel like you need to find this strength here with this Strength card and just go all in. Now the Knight of Wands is in, out, so I feel like you've already started now like your shadow work, and you've been in, out. It's like you just need to go all in. And the growth that you will feel when you come out the other end, it will be unreal. So what is in Virgo's near future energies? Well, in your near future energies is the Five of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Five of Swords in the reverse is like a peaceful resolution, moving on from the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse is like you're moving on from basically a family life in some way where it was like there was financial hardships, maybe there was like lack of like community and like socialising and being together with each other. I feel like there may have been a lack of that. Do you know what And it's like you've got the Four of Swords in the reverse here. It's like, I kind of feel like you could be like slowly awakening. It basically, I feel like you're slowly awakening that you need to put in energy to like take care of yourself now. And sometimes the Four of Swords in the reverse to me can speak about like not accepting help from people, not accepting like counselling and anything like that. So what's hindering you is it's time for the wheel to turn in your favour. So you need to, like, she's got like dice round her neck here. It's like you need to take a risk and do this. If you're wanting to have this new life that will be so good for you. Now, like, the light is coming up from this side, but the shadow is coming up from this side. So you need to face your shadow. That's what's hindering you. You need to take the risk. And I feel like, so this is the Empress, this is mother energy, so you need to nurture yourself, you need to take good self-care of yourself. This is all that emotional baggage that I was talking about. And look, she's sleeping, she's got her hands to her head. So it's like, that's her mental thoughts. I feel like you need to let go of these mental thoughts and this emotional baggage, basically. So I'm going to pull a few clarifying cards for you. So, angels and spirit guides, what is Virgo's, came out straight away, Virgo's situation, Virgo's energy. This is your situation and energy for this Three of Wands. So you are looking out and trying to look towards the future, but there's a tower moment that's come in and they're basically telling you, no, it's time for you to go back. Now, like, go back and look within. And the Knight of Pentacles, that's yourself, basically. That is like slow movement. It's like being persistent and keep going with your, like, looking back into your repressed emotions, like any suffering that you've experienced. Well, I was just going to show you that at the top of the deck, but like, wait until I cut the deck. Cut the deck, you've got the King of Swords up right now. So like down here, in your present moment, you've got the King of Swords reverse, King of Swords upright. That's you beginning to be intelligent, making clear thinking, rational thoughts, blending your your logic with your emotions in a good way, in a healthy way. That's what that is. That's what hinders you. But so you need to get this King of Swords in the reversed upright and get him into this way so that you're truthful with yourself, you're honest with yourself, you're using your intellect and your logic and blending it with your emotions for you to face basically past suffering. And what you're aware of is that you're feeling left out in the cold with something. Please clarify this tower for Virgo. Please clarify this tower. Right, the tower is that I feel like maybe someone's offered, I feel like either you or someone else has offered someone like an apology or a love offer to a single person, and maybe they've went alone because it came out like that, so that would have been the first one out. Now, like, someone's offered to give and receive, and maybe someone's with the Nine of Pentacles, that's someone saying, no, I'm good on my own, I'm getting there on my own, I'm feeling good on my own, I'm better this way. So, hope that makes sense to someone. Right, why is this Emperor here for Virgo's situation? It fell on the floor. Right, so we'll get 3 come out for you. So I feel like the Emperor in the reversed, I feel like this is you confessing to yourself, being shown yourself. Now, like, not deceiving yourself, or someone's confessing about something. Someone's confessing their truth and taking a leap of faith. That could be you confessing your truth to yourself. and the Fool is going back to like your youth, basically. That's you going back to your young days, your youth, when you were young, and there was just, and it's going to take you strength to do this. A lot of strength now, like for you to tame basically your inner self, to basically for you to go down deep into find these. It's like she's taming this lion and opening this lion's mouth. This is what you need to do when you're going inwards to like try and find the emotional pain. It's like you need to tame the lion so that you don't just go, oh, I can't do this, and that's it. That despondence card. It's like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I've had enough. I'm putting my hands up. I've had enough. You need to have the strength to tame yourself from saying, oh, I've had enough, and keep going and be that Knight of Swords that came out somewhere. I don't know what, back in the deck, obviously. Not Knight of Swords, sorry, Knight of Pentacles that came out. Now for you to be persistent and patient with yourself and keep going, basically having that determination and putting it into yourself. Now you deserve it. Angels and Spirit Guides, please show me what these blocks are for Virgo. Why is the Seven of Cups here and the Eight of Pentacles both in the reverse for Virgo? Show me clearly. So it's like the blocks are here. It's like you're missing opportunities. You're missing opportunities for you basically to clearly see. Now, like, have a reality check. Put some work in. Now, like, don't just like, I just feel like don't seek a shortcut now, like just to go from A to B. You don't need to go the shortcut. It's like there's a reason now, like why, like your intuition tells you something. Right, so the shops is 5 minutes away. If you go this way, now the way that your head is saying, right, well, it's only 5 minutes, so we'll go that way. But your intuition says, don't go that way, go this way, run this way. But that takes you 10 minutes. And I've used this example before in my readings. So that takes you 10 minutes to go the long way that your intuition is telling you. It's like deep, it's like your intuition, it's like you're feeling like, no, I should go that way. But logically, you're like, well, it's only 5 minutes that way, so you go that way. And then it's literally, you get stopped by one person after another, after another, after another. And before you know it, it's took you 20 minutes to get to the shops. When if you'd went the other way, it'd have only took you 10, but it was a longer walk round to the shops, do you know what I mean? It's like, you're missing, like the offers that are getting given to you, that these offers are your intuition. Oh, sorry, my crystal popped there. Your inner nudges, this is what this is now, like from Spirit. These inner nudges and offers and opportunities that are getting gave to you, basically. It's like you're sitting here like in apathy now, like that boredom, discontent. I just don't care anymore. I've just had enough. I just don't care. Do you know what I mean? That's what that is. And see if this isn't you, Virgo, it could be like someone round about you. It's like I just don't care, and it's like maybe it's like an inner conflict within yourself. Could be because of conflicts with other people, I don't know. What's hindering you is the Three of Pentacles. So this could be like, this talks about teamwork and all of that. So maybe you're feeling like there was not enough teamwork and there was too much conflicts. It's like a lack of effort and growth. Now, like maybe this is yourself, but a lack of effort and growth. Now, like inner conflict, a lack of effort for you to grow, like grow as a person, unwilling to go deep. This can be like, in a way, it's good because it's upright, but paired up. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you put the work in, it's like there's no limit to what you can manifest in your life, basically. Yep. I feel like you need to start working with your your inner self, your emotions, and go all in. Now, instead of being in, out, like the Knight of Wands is in, out, shake it all about. That's like the Knight of Wands, right? So don't go all in. You know that you're already like doing the shadow work and then deciding and backing out and saying, no, it's too hard, it's despondence, so I'm putting my hands up, I've had enough, I can't take this, it's too sore, it's too painful. So you know that you're like this, but your shadow's saying you need to go deep, you need to go into this conflict, and what's hindering you is like your lack of effort. It's like, I'm not saying that you don't work hard, that's not what I'm saying. It's like, it's really, really hard for us to face a pain, basically, do you know what I mean? So, angels and spirit guides, why is this Tower and the Nine of Swords here for? The Tower is the Emperor, so you must be like this Emperor. Maybe you're a father role, Virgo, and if you're not a father role, you could be like a boss role, you could be like the leader of your family and things. And the Nine of Swords is, eventually you're coming out of your head, maybe about worrying about money and things. Like over here in your near future, you've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reversed. But then again, you've got lack at the bottom of the deck. So you're feeling left out of a family situation by the looks of it. You might be feeling like you're on the outside looking in. But at the same time, the Nine of Swords in the reverse is like light at the end of the tunnel. It can be like you letting go of negativity. But there's been some Tower moment that's happened with this Emperor. Maybe it's been in your love life, maybe it's with your partner. And what you're already aware of is giving and receiving. I feel like maybe either you have wanted to give to a situation, a family, or someone has wanted to give this to you. They've offered an apology or something, but there's been no, it's like the person has said, I'd rather be independent. I'd rather have my 9 Pentacles than my 10 Pentacles, basically. Do you know what I mean, Virgo? I hope I'm not being, I don't know, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, I'm just reading the cards the way they come out, basically, that's all I'm trying to say. Why is this King of Swords in the reverse for Virgo's present energy angels? So this King of Swords is in the reverse because of his home life, basically. This is the Four of Wands, his foundation. This King of Swords is in the reverse because he's basically using underhanded, calculating tactics, basically, to try and get a particular outcome. Maybe it's like you're wanting reunion with someone, or someone's wanting this with you. And that, there you go, another Page of Pentacles. I feel like that these pages, this one and this one, are both symbolising like apologies and like someone extending an olive branch, basically. What's hindering this? It's like a difficult choice for someone. On the top of the deck is yourself. What you're aware of is maybe that you're isolated and alone and away from family, or someone's away from you, Virgo. Put that back because that was on top of the deck. Angels and spirit guides, what's in Virgo's near future? Please clarify. This 5 of Swords in the reverse and 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So you've got the King of Pentacles upright. So this could be you. You could be a hard worker, a father figure, trustworthy, mature, grounded, stable, etc. I'm not saying that anybody's not a good parent or anything like that, even though it looks like a family's been separated. Because you are upright here, just because your family's not together doesn't mean to say that you're not a good person. And I feel like you might be starting to see that in your near future, and that's why the 5 of Swords is upright. It's because eventually the conflict is ending. I feel like the burdens will be getting put down soon. This is a 10. This is coming to a completion. It's time for this to end. It's time to put down these burdens. What would they say? The world, this is a completion. The world is a completion. This is wrapping this up, ending this situation. And as well, also, be vulnerable. She's naked here. be vulnerable with yourself and go deep as well. And what you're aware of is that you want to offer love, or you want to receive love from someone, but there's conflict. You're looking at like what you have put into a situation and what you would like the outcome to be, but I just don't know. The burden is like you're wanting a judgment call, you're wanting a family look. 10 of Cups, a family to get back together, and someone's just not wanting to, basically, I'm feeling. So I'm going to pull a rebel card for you. This has went a bit longer than I wanted it to, so angels and spirit guides, please show me clearly a rebel card for Virgo. Show me clearly for Virgo. You have to take a fucking trip, go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. So maybe you've not been getting out very much, maybe you've been staying in quite a lot. Can we have another rebel deck for Virgo? Angels and spirit guides. Can we have another rebel deck? You have to get the fuck out. You have to get the fuck out of your head, Virgo. Get in your heart, it misses you. Oh, what did I say? Mental and emotional pain. Get the fuck out of your head, Virgo. Get in your heart, it misses you. Your heart wants you to reconnect yourself. I feel like you've closed off your heart chakra because of pain and suffering, probably from childhood through into your adulthood, because we carry our pain with us until we face our shadow. So there you go, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed that, then please hit the like button, share and subscribe if you'd like to. Bye. Catch you later.